Hello everybody, this is Zax299. Today I'm going to be going ahead and playing through another game on Steam. This game just launched in early access a couple of days ago. And I've played it a little bit. I played it about an hour or two. Probably was about an hour. Pretty cool little game. I kind of like it. The graphics are really old school. But the depth and the procedural generation make this game unique every time you play it. So when you launch the game, you're going to get a menu like this. Change settings. You can turn full screen. You can go back to Unicode graphics, autosave, which I have on every 1500 turns. That is nice. I like to have that on there. And online exchange of dungeons and high scores, so it automatically uploads your high scores to the website. So we're going to go ahead and hit done here, and then you can turn the music on and off there as well. Here's what I like is to view the high scores. Now you can see I played a couple of games that got killed in both of these really quick. Kind of learn how to play the game, and it'll tell you the local high scores on your computer, and it'll also keep track of all the high scores that are uploaded to the online server, so you can kind of compare how you did with everybody else playing. So pretty cool. I do like that. And then you can view credits, and that's pretty much about it. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game here. We're going to go ahead here. You have a choice of being an adventurer and kind of seeking out treasure yourself, or I think the fun here, the heart of this game, is actually being the evil guy and making a dungeon yourself, and getting evil forces and monsters and setting traps and trying to conquer all the adventurers and opposition that try to come into your dungeon. So we're going to go ahead and do that here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this Zax299 YouTube video. I've already named that, and we're going to go ahead and hit done. And creating a new world just for you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start this game and show you guys how this game works right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, once you start the screen, it's going to be completely procedural. I mean, every time you play, it's going to be way different. And I do like that. And it starts off telling you, you're a dabbling in the dark arts. And welcome to the Valley of Tersania, where you'll have to do what you can to keep yourself together. Build rooms, storage units, and workshops to endorse your minions. The only way to go forward in this world is to destroy the ones who oppose you. Now, you use the mouse to dig into the mountain. You can select rectangular areas with a shift key. You'll need access to trees, iron, stone, and gold ore. Build rooms and traps to prepare for war. You can control a minion at any time by clicking on them in the Minions tab on the map. You can turn these messages off by using F2. Fine. So here's what we're going to have. Now, usually, when I start, I usually only have a mountain on my right-hand side. Here, you can kind of see I'm by water. I have a bridge already here, and I have mountains on both sides of me. Now, you can zoom out with the mouse wheel and zoom back in. This is as close as you can get. And all this black area here is pretty much unexplored territory. I can see that I have resources up here. And if you want to know what any of these resources are, all you need to do is put your cursor over it. In the bottom right, you'll see it says that's gold ore, that's iron ore, and this is granite. And so that's the three major resources you need to dig out of the mountains. And then besides that, you just need to go ahead and harvest some trees to get yourself some wood. This is gold down here. It shows you how much wood you have, how much iron, how much granite, and then mana is your magic of your keeper himself. So that's kind of how that works. Now over here, it's going to show you a bunch of information. This is all your kind of crafting and digging and things like that, different tasks that you're doing. And that's selected right here with the pickaxe. And then here, if you select this, that's going to show you your forces. It's going to show you that you have your one keeper. This is like your king in chess. This is the guy you cannot let die. Once this guy dies here, your game's over. So you can have 100 different monsters on your team, and all of them can die. As long as you keep your keeper alive, your game continues to go. Once he dies, your game's over. So you can put these guys into different teams and give the different teams different tasks and even show their morale. So interesting there. This here shows you your spells that you have if you're a magic user. You're always going to be a keeper and have these different spells. You start off with a summon imp spell. Uses 20 mana to cast this. And then you have a library here. And this is actually where you're going to need to build a library before you can start researching new tasks and new things that you can cast spells. For example, how to learn how to craft different things, for example. I'll show you that when we get there. And then this is your Keeperpedia, and this kind of just shows you information about the game, how things work. So kind of like your help, for example, I believe is what that is. And then here, this, I guess, just shows you your different factions. Not really sure what this is. Elves, dwarves, humans, lizard man. Yeah. And then here again is a little help screen that kind of shows you, you know, some helpful hints here. So we're going to go ahead and go here. We're going to go ahead, and first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and get a few more minions to help me out. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go ahead and select Summon Imp. And I'm just going to click somewhere on the ground, and what's going to happen is you're going to see my mana disappear, and I'll summon an imp. Great. Now it shows that I have 5 imps, and I now have 5 imps here ready to work. And my next one costs a little bit more mana, so if I want to cast another one, it's going to cost 22 mana. Let's go ahead and do that. And now you see my next one is going to be 26 mana. Alright, that's fine. We're going to regain our mana here before too long. Right now, I just want to get some help going, so I need some slaves. So I'm going to keep going until I can't afford it anymore. I'm down to 28 mana. The next imp that I want to summon costs 45 mana. So I need to rebuild this mana, and I can't do this until I actually have a library. So that's one of the first things that we need to build. Let's go ahead and go back to our task menu here, the first one. And what I want to do is go ahead and make sure dig or cut tree is selected. If you don't have this selected, you're not able to dig out any trees or dig out any tunnels. And let's go ahead and start, let's go over here, and let's start digging our home over here in this area over here, kind of up in this corner. That way any creatures would actually have to come across this bridge and kind of come up in the mountainside here. So we're going to go ahead and start a little tunnel going this way, and then coming back this way. And notice our imps there now. Zoom in here a little bit. And if you want to drag the screen, just right click and move it wherever you want. Now, you're not getting any kind of blocks or anything like that when you dig out the mountainside. I'm not getting any kind of materials. You don't get any materials until you're actually gathering a resource like one of these here. And you can see I actually chose to try to come out here further, but I ran into water. So that stopped my progress. Well, in this black area here, I can't see this, so I don't know if this is water up here or what this is. I mean, this could be the end of the mountainside right here, and this might be trees here for all I know. Probably not, but you just never know with a random generation. I'm going to go ahead and try to build a tunnel up this way. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get this gold, because gold is how you actually pay your forces. They do like to have gold. They don't just work for you for free. They like money too. Can you turn it down just a little bit, Hunter? While the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this gold in piles now. You know, we're not going to actually accumulate this gold and have the gold until we actually build a treasure room to store it. But at least they'll have it in piles and ready to actually put in those chests once we build a treasure room. And as you see, they're going to go ahead and start digging the walls out here and acquiring this gold. And it's telling you here, up here at the top, it's always going to tell you what you kind of need to do next. What's the next thing that the game advises you to do. And it's advising me to go ahead and build a library so my keeper here can start studying and acquiring more mana so that we can learn new stuff. So that is a good idea. And we're going to get that going here pretty quick. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and dig me out a room right here and build me a little library. Now, instead of actually doing this manually like this, what you can do is you can hold shift down and you can actually select a square area just like that. So anything you've highlighted yellow here is areas that you've selected to be dug out. So we're just waiting on that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and build a library here, but it's going to require wood to do that. If I select this, see, it takes 20 wood, and I believe that's per square. So we need to get us some wood to do this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come back down here and go ahead and select some of these trees. Again, I'm going to go ahead and use the shift to highlight a square area rather than targeting each tree individually. So let's go ahead and select all these trees here. And you'll notice my little imps are going to go down there and start slaving away at those trees and bringing trees back up here. But they're probably not going to bring the trees back into my cave until I've actually set a storage room. So that's one thing I need to do here pretty quick as well. Notice how they're knocking all these trees down and just setting out piles of wood planks. to be gathered and brought into our dungeon once we set up a storage room. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and dig this tunnel down here. I'm going to go ahead and dig this area out. And go ahead and get this granite, get that ready in piles, and then I'm probably going to make this into a storage room. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and dig this out to here. Might run into water, though. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Oops. There we go. Because I want this to be walls all the way around. I don't really want it running into water, I don't think. And notice our keeper is not just hanging out here in the woods where he can be easily killed. He is kind of hiding back here in one of these rooms that I built, that I've carved out of the mountainside, a little more protected than being out here in the open. Now, if he doesn't, I did have one game where he kind of stood out here and just kind of was out here, I don't know, chilling outside, and I actually had to take control of him and bring him inside. So let's go ahead and now notice we have all these rocks here. These is actually granite they've dug out. But before we don't actually get credit for it down here in our resources until we actually set a storage room. So we want to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and set this as a storage room. And I don't want any equipment or anything going here. I just want resources. So instead of everything, I'm going to go ahead and select resources. And then I'm going to use my shift and left click again and go ahead and set this entire room to be a resource room. These guys are going to need wood to do that, though. And as you can see here, it says, no, they're not. It doesn't require anything. I'm sorry. So these guys, what they're going to start doing is they're going to start going and getting all this wood and bringing it back into this room. All right. But a lot of the stuff you build, whether it be a library or a treasure room or whatever, does require certain resources per block to build those up. Now, as you can see, they're bringing my wood down in here, and I'm starting to get credit for this wood. And this granite that was on the piles here, I'm actually getting credit for that now that I've set this as a resource room. As soon as I did that, I got 537 granite sitting here. Now, if I find more granite, I don't believe I'll get credit for it until they move it from wherever I dug it out, until they move it into this storage room. And this is the autosave, so this is a good thing. In case somebody comes in and kills me, it will be automatically saved, and I can go back and reload it and try again. Now, night is falling, and as you can see right down here, this shows you how many turns you've actually played, and this is turns, how many turns are left in the night. And as you can see, you can set your speed over here to 1, 2, 3, or 4, slow to fast, or you can pause it. And so, for example, if I go down to 1 and just hit 1 on my keyboard, it slows down, and you'll see that the turns are going slower. So, basically a turn is, I believe, one of these guys moving one little notch. So, we're going to go ahead and speed that back up and go to normal, though. Get this stuff done. In fact, let's go ahead and hit 4, go very fast, and go ahead and get some of this wood in our dormitory. And that's how you can see how things can get done a little bit quicker. But keep in mind that you may have monsters and brigands or anything coming up in here a lot quicker and when you have this. So I like to move a little bit slower so I have a little more control over what's going on. Alright, so as you can see, we're getting a lot of wood here. We need to go ahead and set this as a library and get our guy getting some mana back. So let's go ahead and select a library now that we have plenty of wood here. And let's go ahead and define this as a library. There we go. And these guys are going to come and start getting some of this wood, bringing it up here, and start building us some bookshelves in here to make us a library. And once he does that on the library, you'll see my keeper is starting to move around, and he's actually studying these books, and you'll see that he's actually starting to acquire mana slowly as he does that. Now, one thing that can actually cause him to acquire mana slower is if your efficiency is not very high. As you can see, I put my cursor over these books, and you look down to the bottom right, it says library efficiency 55%. Well, I want to go ahead and get 100% efficiency. The reason I don't have that 100% efficiency is because it's kind of dark in here. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go to installations over here and go ahead and set some torches up over here in this room. So we're going to go ahead and go here and drag that out there. I got to go here and drag that out there. And the reason I'm actually dragging it out from the wall is because if I just select it right there, it might actually come out from this wall and look a little bit awkward. So that's kind of how I do that. That way it's all uniform and I don't have, two of them coming out from this wall and one of them coming out from here, and it looks kind of weird. Not that it matters. But now we should have 100% efficiency, and we do. So I'll start getting mana quicker, as you can see right here. So you need to build a dormitory for your minions, and this is one of the first things you do want to do as well, after you get your mana set up, is you want to go ahead and build a room where other creatures and monsters can actually come in and join your forces. They will not do that until they have a place where they can stay. Consider it their guest room, their bedroom, whatever. And what these creatures will do is they'll come in and set up a bed in your dormitory, and then they'll actually join your forces. It's pretty cool, and it all happens automatically. So let's go ahead and dig this up a little bit further. Let me go ahead, and the reason it's not digging when I selected that, left-clicked it, is because I still have installation selected here. I need to come back up here and select dig or cut tree. So we're going to go ahead and dig this out here. Oops, made a mistake there. Alright, guys, come back up here and dig me out there. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now, I've come into a big open area here that was already in the cavern. See, I haven't dug this out, and that's kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and make this our dormitory. I'm going to go ahead and dig this out a little bit more. And notice how I'm kind of exploring this darkness and actually exposing it now as I dig. Okay. And you want a pretty big area for your dormitory, because the bigger your dormitory is, the more room you're going to have for creatures and stuff to come join you. Alright, so let's go ahead and select this as a dormitory. Let's go ahead and choose that. I use my shift again. I'm going to go ahead and choose BAM, like this. And I'll probably go ahead and select this as a dormitory as well. And these guys are going to start digging this out. It does take 10 wood per block. And you'll notice my wood is actually going down as I build this up. In fact, I think what happens is I think it goes ahead and takes all the blocks of wood already set. Once you actually define that, I think it already automatically deducts that. Now, as you can see, because I built a dormitory, we already have an orc shaman joining my forces. It tells me up here. And notice he came up there and he set up his own bed. And each one of these creatures that joins you will actually set up their own bed in your dormitory somewhere. And now he is part of us. Because he's a magic user, he's going to go to the library and start learning some new spells and acquiring mana and stuff like that. So he's better prepared for war. So very interesting there. So we got our imps here still doing nothing. I have nothing for them to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting them doing something. So let's go ahead and have them... oops, I need to select dig or cut tree again. Come out this way. And we want to start getting some of this iron ore that's ready right here. Okay. Dig out a room right there. Now, one thing you need to be careful of when you're digging out these rooms is you want to make sure that you, especially when you dig into your tunnel, have another orc shaman joining our forces. Make sure that you don't actually dig more than one block in here, because if you do, you cannot put two doors side by side. The game will not let you at this point in the development, and there's no way to replace the blocks here as well. So you'll kind of have an open forest for anybody to come in here, and you won't be able to close that up or control it. So just be really careful. Okay. So these guys are digging out this room. They're going ahead and setting the ore piles here, but some of my other imps are taking this ore pile and putting it down in our storage room, as you can see down here. Our resource room. So, pretty nice. So, you got a couple of different orc shaman here down here, joining our forces. And I believe a training room is going to help us actually level those guys up. Yeah, use to level up your minions. So that's pretty important as well. Another guy is coming and joining our forces. He'll set up a bed. Yep, see, he set up his own bed. And he'll probably go down there and start acquiring mana and learning stuff as well. So here, let's go ahead and set up a training room. Can we build a training room? I'm not sure. Yeah, we can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set that up as a training room so we can start leveling up, because we never know when we're going to be attacked by some other creature. And we could be attacked by, a level 34 creature, or 5 level 34 creatures, or, 15 brigands. Anything could come and attack us, so we want to be prepared the best we can. So these guys are going ahead and building us a training room. Again, the efficiency, notice, is 55%, so I just want to go ahead and get some lighting here so we can see what we're attacking here. Again, I'm going to do that the same way. I'm going to go ahead and drag that from the walls. Nope, see how that one is worked out the other way? Well, I thought I had knew how to make that so they didn't do that, but that's kind of the awkwardness I was talking about. But oh well, we got 100% efficiency, and that's all we really care about. I think we're at 100%. Okay. So now these guys, I don't know if my imps are going to level up, or if they're automatically going to train in there, or how that works. I've never built a training room, never been there yet. So the next thing I want to do, though, you don't have enough gold for salaries. Your minions will refuse to work if they're not paid. You can get more gold by mining or retrieve it from killed heroes and conquered villages. So you can go out and conquer villages, I guess, as well, and get gold, or you can acquire it. Now, you've noticed that I've already dug out some gold, and it's sitting here, gold pieces are sitting here on the floor. I can't use this to pay my forces yet, though, because it needs to be in a treasure room before I actually get credit for it. So you'll notice I've already paid my forces, and I'm actually in debt right now. I don't really know that I like the fact that it lets you go into debt on wood and gold and stuff, but it does. So let's go ahead and continue to dig this out a little bit here. Dig or cut tree again. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to dig all this iron ore here out. And an ogre joins our forces. Wow, cool. He is level, what level is he? Now, I don't know if he's one that's actually going to use this training room. He might be one that uses the training room, where my magic users are down here in the library. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go over here and start training up and leveling up. He is level 7 right now. We'll see how well this works. There he is. Yeah, it looks like he's over there training and trying to level up. And what is this guy? This guy is a... Did he join our forces too? An ogre? What is this guy? Let me pause this real quick so I can see what the hell this guy is. Speed, pause. An ogre level 12. And this is a orc level 7. Okay. And this is an ogre level 12. But we're getting some pretty good guys joining our forces this time. I've never had guys this high level joining my forces in any of the 2 games that I played before this. So I like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I just kind of want to see how these guys work real quick. Yeah, these guys are kind of doing the same thing. These guys over here, these guys are more warriors, and these guys are your magics. That's why these guys need a library, and these guys need a training room. So that's kind of how that works, I see. So I'm still kind of learning, like I say, so... We got another orc joined our forces, and it tells you up here what's going on. You need to watch, because you could have, like I said, creatures that are not wanting to join your forces come in and attack you at any time. Again, this guy is pretty vulnerable because he's right here towards the entrance, and they will try to slay him. So what we might want to do is we might want to go ahead and try to protect him by getting him behind a couple of closed doors, and I think we'll do that here real soon, because I do not want him to die. So in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and have these guys dig out right here and dig him into his own little library back here in the back. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit longer thing so I can put like 2 or 3 doors here. So somebody would actually have to... because I put him behind a door one time and one warrior came in and tore down the door immediately. The first thing he did was go after my keeper. He didn't go after gold or anything. He was going after my keeper. So let's go ahead and go in here. Let's go ahead and build this into another library here by going shift. I want to get this done before somebody comes and attacks us. So let's go ahead and get this library built. As you see, these little purple titles are my library. Now let's go ahead and get some efficiency in here. Usually it works to kind of drag it out. Well, that time it didn't. It's making a liar of me. It just does whatever it wants, it looks like. Alright, so I do have my 100% efficiency. Now let's go ahead and take control of our guy here. Let me go ahead and pause it here with space. Take control of him. Right click and control. And let's go ahead and move him over here. There we go. And now let's go ahead and release control of him. That's with U to release control of him. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and installations and build a door. I want to build some doors here to kind of protect him, but I notice I can't do that. If I hover my cursor over the door, it'll tell me what I need down in the bottom right. It says requires crafting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do crafting. To do that, we want to come down here to our library and then choose crafting. It does take 40 mana to learn that. And then also, once I learned crafting, I got some more options here that opened up, such as ironworking. I'm going to go ahead and learn that. I'm going to go ahead and learn some sorcery as well. And while I have 121 mana, I think I'm going to go ahead and learn archery. Cool, so maybe my warriors can start shooting bows and arrows. So let's go ahead and turn the speed up a little bit here. My guy's going back over here, and I don't know why. Let's go ahead and build some doors now. Oops, not orders. Let's go ahead and do this door thing here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to put him behind 4 doors. Need to get these doors built. Now, can I go ahead and pause here, and can I have him... Oops, space to pause. I keep trying to hit 0. So right-click. Study. Can I have him come over here and study like that? Will that work? Turn it back on, see if he goes over there. Nope, he's still studying. He's just not studying in the room I want him to study in. So let's go ahead and take control of him again. Move him back over here. And now what I'm going to do, it's paused. I'm going to go ahead and come over here at my doors that I've built. I'm going to right-click on them. And I think I have to be moving. I think I have to... they're not built yet, I don't guess. Alright. Oh, I need to release control of him first before I can do anything. And he's going to... There we go. I got that door locked now. Alright, the reason I couldn't do that is because I still had control of my guy. I was trying to have him lock the doors, and he can't do that. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start our speed back up again. Our guy's going to try to get out. He has 3 imps in here with him. I probably need to let those guys out, but I don't want him getting out. Well, let's go ahead and see if I can unlock these. Get these imps out of here. Come on, imps. Get out of there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take control of them then. You get over here. Come back over here now. You to uncontrol. Take control of you. Get you out of here. Boom. You to release you. And I still have a couple more. Control. Move over here. You to release you. Take your butt. Right click. Control. And move you over here. Now, you to release you. Now let's go ahead. Oh, we got one more. Control. Get him out of here. We can be doing other stuff. And then you to release him. Now let's go ahead and lock these doors. So now we kind of have some protection. At least we have some time to react while maybe a warrior's beating down these doors to try to get to our keeper to kill him and make us lose a game. So I feel a little bit safer about that. Let's go ahead and speed the time up here. And kind of take a closer look at what's going on. Don't have much wood left. We really need to come out here and get some more wood, it looks like. But I want to go ahead and dig over here. Now these question marks that you see on the map, you can also come over here to this map here and get a bigger idea. It'll kind of blow the whole screen up so your whole screen is your map. All these question marks are either good or bad things, and I think they're kind of major events. I mean, it could be a dragon, you know, that could kill you, or it could be, you know, a major, something really good that you find. I've never actually explored one of these question marks, so I've never got that far yet. And you can kind of see here that we started up here, and our keeper is right here, and this is kind of the rooms that we've dug out so far. So we are getting pretty close to the top of the map here. All right, let's go ahead and go back to where we were. And let's go ahead and continue digging out. I need to come over here and set... You know what? What's it take to make a trap? I can't make any traps. I need to learn traps making. And I believe that requires like 100 mana. Let's see. Traps. Where is that? Crafting. Research. Crafting. Sorcery? No. You have 45 mana. Traps right there, 100 mana. So I need 100 mana to do that. Okay. Well. And I don't think these little orc shaman, I don't think they're helping you get mana. I think it's only your keeper that acquires the mana by studying himself. So we had another shaman join our forces. And all these guys are just hanging out in the dormitory. I don't know why they're not over here leveling up and stuff. Kind of weird. Maybe I can tell them what to do? speed is normal. Yeah, so let's tell him to go study. He's not going to study, though. I don't know why. I don't know if the library is not big enough for him or what the deal is. Anyway, let's go ahead and start digging some more stuff out and digging in this way. Get over here to this gold. We need to build a treasure room so we can start paying our orcs, or we're gonna have them leaving because we're not paying them. Payout time 188 gold. So as you can see, I'm 188 gold in debt. So I really need to get a treasure room going here so that I can actually put all this gold in chest and be able to pay these guys. Right now, it doesn't count as my money until I actually get it in a treasure room, and kind of like the storage room down here. I didn't have credit for the wood and stuff like that until I actually had a room designated for it. So I really don't know why all these other imps are just, you know, chilling out rather than helping this guy. But while they're just chilling out, maybe I can have them getting some more wood, because we know we're going to need some more wood. So let's have these guys come over here and cut all these trees out. Let's just go ahead and lay a big area here of trees for them to get. Yeah, these guys are going to go to get that done now. Alright. This is a... what is this? Another orc, level 7, coming in here. Your minions discover the location of Sakar Marsh. Okay, orc joins your forces, and orc shaman joins your forces. This guy's just kind of bouncing back and forth. Trying to dig this stuff out. It's kind of weird. Weird looking. Oh, look. This is what we found here. We found another dormitory. Is this another... I've never seen this. I've never seen it where we actually come into another... is this guy fighting, or what is this guy doing? It looks like we ran into another keeper. Another dungeon keeper. He has his own room here with beds laid out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and I just got killed. There's an imp leg. My guy just got messed up. So we ran into somebody else's dungeon. I have never seen that. And now they're probably going to come in here and raid us. And I can't see here because all this darkness here. Even though I've dug this all stuff out, I can't really see what's here. I may have a bunch of forces coming in here in this darkness here, this dark hallway. If I had put lamps in here somewhere or something like that, I could see. But I don't know what's coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take control over one of these orcs here. Let's go ahead and take control of him. And let's go ahead and move him around. So let me go ahead and use my arrow keys here. And let's see what... let's go ahead and use him to go find out what the hell's going on over here. Now you can see, as you can see, this is his view distance right here. So this is pretty cool. We know that our imp got killed because we can see its corpse. Okay. And that's why this guy wasn't digging our stuff out anymore. He was down here fighting. And there's another imp corpse right there. So, click or press enter to pick up. So we can pick up this imp corpse. That's funny. I guess you have to be right on top of it. Yeah, now I have an imp corpse in my hands. That's interesting. Alright, so... let's see. Wow, I didn't... okay, so these guys have already dug this tunnel out. So we have a whole nother, what is this? Oh, that's the skeleton, okay. Okay, let's come up in here. Oh, there we go. A dwarf, level 10, attack 33, 24. That's why they're kicking our butts so much. We have ran into big-time trouble here by digging into another dungeon and another keeper. And these guys are obviously a lot higher level. We don't have no idea how many forces they have or what levels they all are. But we are in trouble. Let's go ahead and go down here. Can I... let's see. Wounded. My guy's already wounded. No weapon. Okay. Fight with weapons. That's not even highlighted, so I don't even think I can do that. Okay, so this guy is just... yeah. 2 level 10 dwarfs are going to own me next move. I mean, if I move, I'm going to be dead. No, maybe not. They're going to get me, though. Well. I need help! I need help! Help me! I'm duck in this room. They won't get me, right? Let's go ahead and turn this speed on. I need to uncontrol him. It is going to auto-save. That's a good thing. Let's go ahead and turn this speed on and see what happens here. This guy's coming out on his own. We have a bunch of shaman here. I wonder if I can select all these with like shift and tell them to go kick these guys' butts. Okay, do I got all these guys selected? Shift. Order. Training equipment. Yeah, that's not helping me. You are under attack by Pavlonus the Cyclops. Okay, is that another guy coming in from this side, or what? It's right here, probably. Yep. Attack 42, defense 33, wielding a heavy club. So that is not good. And notice how once I get attacked, it pauses me automatically and lets me kind of prepare myself for what I want to do. So let's go ahead and keep this speed going and just kind of watch this play out. I think I'm going to get owned. Is I think what's going to happen. These guys are probably going to try to attack him, but he's going to just smash us into oblivion with like one hit. He's going to take out these level 1 imps. Good thing I got my guy here protected behind doors. Come on, guys, come get him. Yeah, he's just messing us up, and he's killing our orc shamans. He's probably going to start knocking these doors down. What's it say down here? You're under attack by somebody else now. Jedla Crow. That's probably some guy up here. It's probably, you know, the guys coming up from this area. We're going to go ahead and start the speed again. I think I'm going to get my butt kicked here is what I think is going to happen. So I just want to kind of show you guys how this game works with that. Like I say, I've been owned already twice. And seems like before I can even get started on getting my dungeon built and stuff like that, something just comes and tears me limb from limb. These guys are still down here getting wood. Not really sure how I tell them to start fighting instead of... You would think they do that automatically. The Keeper is in trouble. So see what happened is this Cyclops here already busted down all 4 of my locked doors, and he's about to win. I'm not going to really be able to do anything. I mean, I can take control of him, and I can go to sorcery and, you know, try to do some stuff, but, you know, I can, like, summon insects and stuff like that. I summoned a bunch of bugs, but don't think that's really going to help me a whole lot. A bunch of level 1 flies are not going to help me against this guy. And this guy's trying to protect me, but he's wounded already. My Keeper's already got wounded. It'll tell me up here what happened. The Orc Shaman is critically wounded. The Orc Shaman is killed. They're coming in here trying to protect me. Oh, this is a warrior. This is more guys coming after me. So these are warriors coming after me as well. So, I mean, I am just hosed. There is nothing I can do here. I think they're fighting other things here. Yeah, they are. Orc Shamans and stuff like that. One of the warriors did get killed. But, nope. You're crawling, you're bleeding. The Cyclops swings his heavy club. Your skull is shattered. You die. So you can display the message and kind of see how everything happened turn by turn there. But just a mess. And once you die, also dies Zaxxer99 YouTube video, the Keeper, killed by Cyclops. He killed 0 enemies and scored 1,119 points, 16 deaths, 2 chopped limbs, 3 spells cast. So obviously I need to get a little bit better at this game and kind of figure out what the hell I'm doing. Pretty pathetic scores here compared to the scores other guys are getting here. So I think I need a little more experience in this game. But as you can see, even though I'm getting my butt kicked in this game, it is a lot of fun. And again, this is KeeperRL, available on Steam right now. I'll have a link to where you can go down and grab this game in early access. Be sure you put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this game, if this video has helped you make a decision on buying this game. And if you have any suggestions on how I can better play this game, definitely put those down below as well. Regardless, I like it, and I definitely want to get better at it, and I'm sure that'll happen with more time. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxxer99. See you in the next one.